love, governed by grace, and protected by our pace as we rebuild Harris County, Houston, Texas, the nation, and the globe, right? We're covering everybody, the universe, with faith, family, and righteous judgment, one marriage at a time, right? So through making more divine marriages, more children like Zion that can talk while your daddy's talking, we will positively move our freedom together family together through our current revelation times of our day. So you see, the Most High, I knew, has placed upon my wife and I's heart to carry forward our marriage ministry in every walk of business we are choosing to take forward. And because we are about our Father's business, we have accepted this challenge to build and rebuild our community together. So we appreciate you all for coming out, because you all also believe and know, more importantly, in such a vision. So give yourselves a round of applause. Which strong families, which make strong communities, which leads to each step of our government. So I want to put on your hearts memory verses, things to think about, because everything that we speak about, funny enough, we find is guided by the word, is spoken about by the word, and protected by the word. So she shall give to thine head an ornament of grace, a crown of glory shall she deliver to thee. Proverbs 4:9, right? Number 2, strength and honor are her clothing, and she shall rejoice in time to come. Proverbs 31:25. Looking at my Proverbs 31 wifey. Look at her right there. Look at her looking up at me. And then this one is kind of relating to government right here in Proverbs, because again, and this is all just in Proverbs. This is one chapter we're looking at right now, right? So the king by judgment established the land, but he that receiveth gift overthroweth it. Right? So he that receiveth bribes is another way to say that, right? And so that's what we're seeing in this day and time. People are receiving bribes. That's why things aren't getting done. They're being paid not to get things done. Let's be more exact, right? There's all that money, $30 million for a campaign? That's ridiculous. Even in Canada. So you're telling me that in one fundraiser here in America, it's all right there. That's all we need to know about where the issue is. Right? Nothing should be that expensive, especially as much as the roads need to be fixed, as much as the issues that we have, as much as the families that have lack, right? But just for fun, just to hear you speak, right? So Freedom Together family, we come to you today as the sons of the Most High in love with life and its needed growth through the marriage process, right? So good marriages make you happy, but the best marriages make you better. You dig? And that's cheddar. Y'all can write that down. If we allow it to. If we allow it to, right? So you see, the Most High didn't just give me a partner. He gave me a beautiful mirror, girl. Look at her. Let me stop. Okay. A counselor, a crown, right? And in loving her, I have learned how to lead, right? And so in being accountable to her, I have learned how to govern. So this speech isn't about politics. It's about promise, right? It's about how we love. It's about our marriages. It's about our communities. It's about our faith. And reshaping really where we are right now, the structure of Harris County, right? And so because the truth is, we're not just fighting poverty, right? We're fighting poor governance. We're not just resetting eviction, we're resetting spiritual neglect, right? And it starts with us. So a crown of glory is what we need. And so she shall give to thy head an ornament of grace, a crown of glory shall she deliver to thee. In this verse, she is wisdom. But for me, that verse also speaks to the day I married my wife. Right, so when I stood here before the Most High, I received a crown of clarity, and I learned that true leadership begins in love, right? And love is not soft. Love is structure. Love is order. Love is policy that protects, not politics that perform. You dig? So when we build our families with wisdom, we create the blueprint for our better government. Right, so it's all about these families, these marriages that we're growing up, right? So we don't have a submission issue. We have a selection issue. It's hard to submit to the man you don't want to select or you don't believe is the right one for you. So select the right one, right? So what's happening in Harris County since 2017, right? 130 million in drainage projects that were paused while our babies are walking through water to catch the bus, right? That's what's going on. So rent is up nearly 10% in 1 year. Insurance is up over 40%. And black and brown families, right, are being priced out of their own zip codes. You can look anywhere you go, right? They got bike lanes. When you see bike lanes come through, you know it's a problem. You got money for bike lanes? We need more road to be 1,000 with you, right? This isn't just about water and housing. This is about judgment. You dig? About whether our local kings and queens, our elected officials, are building the land with righteous judgment, or accepting gifts or bribes. Remember, gifts means bribes, right? That benefit developers while our neighborhoods drown. In that water analogy, right? Proverbs 29:4 says, "The king by judgment established the land, but he that receiveth gifts or bribes overthroweth it." Right? So this means it's not who's in office, it's what they stand for that matters. Right? It's not how well they speak, right? It's how justly they govern, right? It's not how much they receive, but what they're willing to sacrifice for the people. You dig? So the strength of the woman and the structure of a family. So now Proverbs 31 says, "Strength and honor are her clothing, and she shall rejoice in the time to come." This is the time for the woman, right? And any man that can recognize that, I'm telling you, is a wise one. The woman is more than a wife. She is the foundation of a healed people, you see. And when you put a Proverbs 31 woman next to a Proverbs 29 man, guided by Proverbs 4 wisdom, you don't just build a marriage, you build a movement. You dig? So my wife and I weren't just called to just love in private. You dig? We were called to lead in the public, to turn our union into a ministry, our marriage ministry. You dig? You hear our little one. To turn our love. Every time I love my wife, that's my woman now. You see? To turn our union into a ministry, to turn our love into a legislation of care, discipline, and divine accountability. And I believe that same calling rests on all of us today. So how love governs a city. We don't fix Harris County with more rules. We fix it with more righteousness, right? That's where we're suffering from a righteousness issue right here. We don't fix the system by yelling alone. We fix it by showing up with strategy, structure, and spirit. And so that's why we want to make sure we leave time today to leave on some more strategy, structure, because this is what we're going to be doing at each town hall, right? So let our coalition of faith lead flood mitigation projects. Let our mothers and fathers testify at the next budget hearings. Let our churches, our tabernacles to be exact, become housing advocates. Let our marriages model the discipline it takes to protect the household and the wisdom it takes to steward a city. You see, freedom together means loving our people enough to get informed, to get out there, holding elected officials accountable like we've just done today, right? With grace and firmness. Creating systems inside our home that mirror what we demand from our government. Because we can't ask Harris County to take care of our neighborhoods if we aren't willing to take care of each other. So I'm going to leave you on the final charge. I'm going to leave you on the final charge. Zion said, it's wrapping up, Dad. It's wrapping up. That's my accountability system right there. So I say this to every husband, every wife, every voter, every believer, and everyone part of the knowing. Let your marriage be a ministry. Let your home be a haven. Let your vote be a vow. You dig? Let your voice be a vessel for justice. You dig? The Most High, Yanu, didn't call us to survive. He called us to govern. And to govern with love, wisdom, and righteous judgment. So wear your crown. Speak with honor. Build with proviction. Because Harris County won't change until we do. Amen, Amin, Ashe, Shalom, Dalu, Rahubat, and peace and love to everyone here in our Freedom Together family. Because you all are here now, family. And so we appreciate you all for joining us and taking a needed step in this movement. So give yourselves a snap. And on that note, we close out.
Thank you. Awesome. We appreciate that. And yes, because one of the things that